Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the world of cybersecurity, and let me tell you, things are about to get interesting. We're talking about the top 10 cyber attacks in history, the ones that shook the digital landscape and made everyone rethink their security protocols. From state-sponsored espionage to ransomware that crippled critical infrastructure, this isn't just about data breaches. It's about understanding the real-world impact of these attacks. So, buckle up, because we're about to explore some of the most audacious and impactful moments in cybersecurity history. Let's get started. Alright, let's kick things off with a bang. Stuxnet. This wasn't just some random malware. This was a highly sophisticated, nation-state level attack aimed at Iran's nuclear program. We're talking about a piece of code that infiltrated industrial control systems, specifically those used to regulate the speed of centrifuges enriching uranium. Imagine a virus not just messing with your files, but physically damaging equipment. That's Stuxnet. It caused centrifuges to spin out of control, disrupting Iran's nuclear enrichment process. This was a wake-up call, folks. The complexity of Stuxnet, the precision targeting, it pointed towards a joint operation, likely by the US and Israel. This was espionage on a whole new level, and it raised serious questions about the ethics and potential consequences of cyber warfare. Stuxnet wasn't just a cyber attack, it was a game changer. Remember that time when hospitals in the UK were forced to turn away patients and major corporations around the world had their systems locked down? Yeah, that was WannaCry. This ransomware attack spread like wildfire, exploiting a vulnerability in Windows systems. WannaCry infected a computer, encrypted its files, and then demanded a ransom in Bitcoin to unlock them. It was ruthless, indiscriminate, and it caused chaos on a global scale. Hospitals, businesses, government agencies, they were all hit. What made WannaCry so effective was its ability to self-replicate and spread rapidly across networks. The impact of WannaCry was a stark reminder of the importance of cybersecurity hygiene. It highlighted the need for regular software updates, strong passwords, and robust backup systems. NotPetya. This one was nasty. Like WannaCry, it presented itself as ransomware, but its true intentions were far more destructive. This attack targeted Ukraine, but its impact was felt globally. NotPetya spread through infected software updates, quickly infiltrating networks and causing widespread system failures. But here's the kicker. While it demanded a ransom, it actually made it impossible to recover the encrypted data. This wasn't about making money, it was about causing maximum disruption. Major corporations like Maersk, the shipping giant, and FedEx were severely impacted. The attack disrupted global supply chains, causing billions of dollars in damages. NotPetya wasn't just a cyber attack. It was a wake-up call about the potential for cyber weapons to cause real-world damage on a massive scale. Chapter 4. SolarWinds. The supply chain surprise attack. SolarWinds. This one was a real gut punch to the cybersecurity world. It was a supply chain attack, meaning hackers compromised a trusted software vendor to gain access to their customers' systems. Think of it like this. You order a pizza, but instead of pepperoni, it's delivered with a side of malware. That's essentially what happened with SolarWinds. Hackers inserted malicious code into software updates for Orion, a network monitoring tool used by thousands of organizations, including government agencies and Fortune 500 companies. Once installed, the backdoor allowed attackers to steal data, spy on communications, and potentially gain control of entire networks. The SolarWinds attack shook the cybersecurity community to its core. It highlighted the need for organizations to carefully vet their software suppliers and implement robust security protocols. Chapter 5. Equifax, the data breach that just kept giving. Remember that feeling of dread when you realize you've lost your wallet? Now imagine that feeling multiplied by millions. That was the Equifax data breach. We're talking about one of the largest and most impactful data breaches in history. Hackers exploited a vulnerability in Equifax's website, gaining access to the personal information of over 147 million people. Social security numbers, birth dates, addresses, credit card information, it was all compromised. Millions of people were at risk of identity theft and financial fraud. The Equifax breach was a stark reminder of the importance of data security and the devastating consequences of a breach. It also raised questions about the role of credit reporting agencies and the need for stronger regulations to protect consumer data. Chapter 6. Target Bullseye on Credit Cards. Remember when your credit card information was stolen? That might have been the Target data breach. In 2013, hackers stole data from over 40 million customers. They used RAM scraping malware on Target's systems. It was a wake-up call for retailers. The breach impacted Target's reputation and finances. It led to increased scrutiny of data security practices. Chapter 7. Yahoo! The triple threat of data breaches. Yahoo! Remember them? They were hit with 3 massive data breaches. Billions of user accounts compromised. The first breach in 2016 involved 500 million accounts. The second affected over 1 billion accounts. The third breach in 2017 impacted all 3 billion accounts, exposing user names, email addresses, passwords, and security questions. These breaches hurt Yahoo's reputation and user trust, highlighting the need for stronger data security measures. A wake-up call for the tech industry on robust cybersecurity practices. Chapter 8. Sony Pictures. Lights, camera, hacked. The Sony Pictures hack wasn't just about stolen data, it was about geopolitical intrigue, leaked emails, and a whole lot of Hollywood drama. In 2014, a group calling themselves the Guardians of Peace infiltrated Sony Pictures networks, stealing sensitive data, including unreleased films, employee information, and embarrassing email exchanges. The hackers demanded that Sony pull the release of The Interview, a comedy about assassinating North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. The attack caused chaos within Sony, leading to the cancellation of the film's release and sparking a debate about censorship and cybersecurity. The FBI attributed the attack to North Korea, alleging that it was retaliation for The Interview. The Sony Pictures hack was a watershed moment in cybersecurity, demonstrating the potential for cyber attacks to disrupt businesses and influence public opinion. Chapter 9. Operation Aurora. A coordinated assault. Operation Aurora. This wasn't just a random hack. It was a highly coordinated cyber espionage campaign aimed at stealing intellectual property from major tech companies, including Google, Adobe, and Yahoo. The attackers used a sophisticated combination of techniques, including spear phishing emails and zero-day exploits, to infiltrate corporate networks and steal sensitive data. The operation was believed to be state-sponsored, with China as the primary suspect. Operation Aurora exposed the vulnerability of even the most secure companies to targeted cyber attacks. It highlighted the importance of robust cybersecurity defenses and international cooperation to combat cyber espionage. Chapter 10. Heartbleed, the Internet's open wound. Heartbleed. This one wasn't a flashy hack, but it was a vulnerability so widespread, so fundamental, that it sent shockwaves through the Internet. Imagine a lock on your front door with a flaw that allows anyone to open it without a key. That's essentially what Heartbleed was. It was a vulnerability in OpenSSL, a widely used encryption library that secures communication on websites, email servers, and other online services. The vulnerability allowed attackers to eavesdrop on communications, steal data, and even impersonate websites. It was a major security flaw that affected millions of websites and online services. Companies scrambled to patch their systems, and users were urged to change their passwords. The Heartbleed vulnerability highlighted the importance of software security and the interconnectedness of the Internet. So there you have it. The top 10 cyber attacks that shook the digital world. From Stuxnet's precision strike to Heartbleed's widespread impact, these incidents have shaped the cybersecurity landscape as we know it. By understanding the tactics and motivations behind these attacks, we can better prepare ourselves and our organizations to defend against future threats. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on cybersecurity and tech. Stay safe online.